Consumer season is here. Christmas is here. As a 60-year-old walking into Ulta, it was a rude awakening for me. Clearly, I'm not the target audience there. I just went there trying to find a fragrance for a friend of mine who is male. And my first mistake was asking where the men's fragrances were because it was not too long ago that this friend and I both went to Ulta together and we were able to um, find the men's fragrances separated from the women's fragrances and sample them. Now they're all under lock and key, sign of the times. Uh, but yeah, I asked for the men's fragrances. The very nice employee who was there, something, that flashed across his face. Uh, the noise, the helicopters or planes, something flashed across his face, which was clear that he was taught, trained to not gender fragrances anymore. We don't do that. And honestly, that doesn't bother me. I mean, nature, don't fragrances usually come from nature first? Who says that a flower is a feminine thing? The fragrance of a flower, or that the fragrance of wood or smoke is a male masculine thing. So I'm fine with it with the non-gendering. But it just immediately I realized, oh, okay, I'm not the target audience here. I'm a little too old for this. Times have changed. They After much deliberation between this employee and another employee, they looked at each other and said, "What about the noise fragrances?" And my spidey senses immediately said, "Okay, this must be something they're pushing. I wonder if they own this brand." And come to find out, it is part of their Sparked program. Noise, a genderless fragrance brand, uh, debuting at Ulta Beauty through its Sparked program, which I'm assuming is a program, from what I could tell, they partner with influencers, creators, and they launch these products. It says here about this fragrance that they were trying to sell me, uh, that it's in line with Gen Z shopping patterns. So, hello, I'm about 40 years too old for their target audience. What struck me when I was looking at the fragrances was that there's one called Shitty Day, and that just all these memories of being young and dressing all in black, although I'm still dressing in black, but all in black and listening to music that I didn't really like, but I thought would be cool to like, for example, Susie and the Banshees. Um, One song of theirs I like, but identifying as someone who likes Susie and the Banshees just because I thought it made me cool, I felt cool doing it, and I didn't really like the music that much. So that's what these fragrances reminded me of. Someone who's still trying to find their identity, experimenting. The current vibe is gender genderless. I guess Gen Z likes to switch up their fragrance depending on their mood. It's all about your mood, which again, I'm not offended by this. Uh, we don't have signature scents anymore, which is fine. Um, but the name of the scent, Shitty Day, it just immediately I thought, why do I want to wear a scent that's called shit? That's got shit in the name. I don't know. It reminded me of what I like to call TTH, trying too hard to be edgy. It's they said they are filling a massive white space. Evidently, this is what we now call a hole in the market, a white space, where we have this product that pushes your boundaries, makes bold statements, and disrupt. the olfactory norm, celebrates individuality. So all the buzzwords there. And come to find out, this product is the company that started this product is led by this guy named Sean Neff, I guess, who was very successful with his line of hats, like trucker hats or something. And he's become very wealthy. And now he's providing this much needed product. Oh, and the individual perfumes or fragrances, they are $85 a piece. So Gen Z, I guess Gen Z is age 12 currently to age 27. So it's what, $350 or so? Is that correct math? If you want to buy all four fragrances so you can switch them up, layer them based on your mood for that particular moment. I guess Gen Z has more money than I do, because even buying one fragrance at $85 is a little bit pricey for me, especially in this economy. But on the plus side, the bottles are supposedly recyclable. They are glass, and you unscrew the top instead of it being all fused together. So at least the glass part supposedly is recyclable, although there is some type of graphic on it, which I'm not sure if that's a sticker. I doubt that it's etched into it, but I don't know how that would recycle. If you recently watched the Netflix documentary, which I will put the name of here, because I forgot the name of it, but it's a bunch of people who used to work at Amazon talking about the persuasive powers, the goals of Amazon to make people buy without thinking about it, make you buy just in your 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes of free time and you think, oh, I need a new dish strainer, and click, 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 done, without really considering or shopping around or thinking too hard. The point I was trying to make here before I lost my train of thought was a lot of things that are supposed to be recyclable are really not recyclable. It's just said to be recyclable so that you feel better about buying it. So, I don't know. Allegedly. Okay, carry on. Yeah, and also the results of all the overconsumerism and all the trash that's generated, and how that gets pushed off to the poorer countries because waste, especially electronic waste, which is very harmful, toxic, gets sent to underdeveloped countries because I guess they pay them to ship it there, and they can pay a little bit because to that underdeveloped country, it's a lot of money. And so they end up with all this toxic trash. Beautiful, beautiful oceanfront land is just overrun with trash. Our American and other countries too, our trash from our overconsumption. So, it seems like it's never enough. The people who've been successful and made hundreds of millions of dollars, it's just never enough for them. They just want to keep going and keep producing products. And do we really need this fragrance? Is it really going to make anybody's life better? I would say no. And it's just producing more trash and more waste. And yeah, so maybe it really is recyclable. And maybe the company is carbon neutral, whatever that means. But it's still harming the planet. And at this time when so much is going on, and we need to really ramp down and live more simply. If you have $100 million, isn't that enough? Do you have to keep producing more stuff and putting more stuff out there and coercing people with these touchy-feely words to buy $85 fragrances because it's going to make them individuals and really let them express their individuality. If you really want to express your individuality, don't fall for this stuff. Don't buy into it. They're they're lying to you. They're manipulating you. If you're a real individual, you're not going to be manipulated so easily. But don't you think, I don't know, if you had $100 million, wouldn't you, at this point in your life, want to not only live your life and enjoy your life to the best of your abilities, since, as I mentioned previously, we are in the middle of a mass extinction event. Uh, there's not that much time left. I mean, 100, 200 years, maybe, with the quality of life getting progressively worse over that time. But not only, if you really wanted to do something with that $100 million, 100,000 isn't much, but 100 million, maybe put it toward something that actually helps the world instead of artificially makes people um, think. Yeah, they think uh, they're doing something good by buying that recyclable bottle, which potentially isn't really recyclable. I don't know. I don't work for the company. Allegedly. But anyway, everybody at Ulta was super nice. I just clearly they were barking up the wrong tree, trying to sell me a fragrance called Shitty Day. And then I got curious and I researched, and I see why. And it all leads back to the rich getting richer and manipulating the rest of us, especially Gen Z, younger, impressionable people, still trying to find their way and still trying to, you know, forge their identity in the world. Yeah, get them. Get them while they're young. Anyway, holiday season is here. I'm trying not to spend too much, and I am buying gifts, and maybe I'll make a video about what I've bought. I did a advent calendar style gifting for my housemate because he's kind of like my only friend that I see, and I thought it'd be fun, a fun creative project for me. But I tried to buy stuff that was going to actually be used and wasn't extremely wasteful. So maybe I'll make a little quickie short about that at some point. But just be conscious. Holidays are here. You're going to be bombarded with even more persuasion about how you need this and you need that, and you really don't. You really don't. And it's kind of hurting. It's hurting the planet. The rich have enough money. They do. Do you? Do you have enough to be buying $85 bottles of fragrance? Maybe you do. Just always think.